What's up, Ride Warriors? Danny Miller here, and gonna be trying something new here. I'm about to play the wonderful, wonderful game that is Planet Coaster by the folks at Frontier. There's King Coaster there. So if you're not familiar with Planet Coaster, oh, this entrance is amazing. First of all, the music. Kind of listen to this. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna turn the volume down here. This is the first time that I'm really kind of doing the whole screen recording thing while trying to play a game. So here's the background here. If you're not familiar with Planet Coaster or are not a theme park simulator type gamer of any type, everybody knows Roller Coaster Tycoon came out in 1999 with some expansion packs then. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 came out, which was really just sort of a refinement of gameplay, added a lot of features and abilities that weren't in the first game, and then it was 2003, 2004 timeframe, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 came out. 1 and 2 were the very pixely, isometric type thing. You know, limited views and everything. You could zoom in, you couldn't ride your rides or anything. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 was the cartoony 3D type game, and ever since then, there had been demand for a refined version of that, because there were lots of cool features, but generally it didn't run very well on your average machine. You needed a really high-powered supercomputer to run Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 at any sort of decent level. A few years ago, Planet Coaster came out, made by Frontier, which is the people who made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and also a lot of these gaming facts. I'm not a gamer in general, so a lot of these gaming facts you're going to hear me spew off I've heard from other channels. Specifically, NerdCubed, he's a guy on YouTube, does a lot of different gaming reviews, and I've loved watching him play all the Roller Coaster Tycoon games and Planet Coaster specifically. So go on over to the NerdCubed gaming channel if you're a gamer. He's excellent, and very, very entertaining. So Planet Coaster came out a couple years ago on PC, which is what I'm running it on, and recently a bunch of people have gotten it on console, and there's been a renewed interest, especially some folks, Brian Bass, Rob Dole, they've got it on the console now, and we thought that it would be fun to kind of go through and make parks. You know, this Roller Coaster Tycoon, I love playing the scenario play, so I'll kind of go through here. If you're not familiar with these games, there's, and yes, I have the expansion packs. I got the Ghostbusters, the Knight Riders, I have all of those here. This is my little guy. He doesn't, the eyeballs are kind of weird on the avatars here, but, you know, there you go. It's the best I could get with my beard, so you can comment and say how my avatar is not nearly as fat as I should be, and the beard is not accurate. You know, the hats are a weird thing, how big they are, but, you know, I've got the deluxe version, so I've got the gold coaster hat. So you've got the career here, which is, you know, you do the scenarios and type things that you would do in Roller Coaster Tycoon. I have Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic on my phone, which is a combination of all the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 scenarios. That was really great for scenario play because, you know, it was the park management type thing, and you could only get so deep into your park, you couldn't ride your rides. We've got these challenges, which are a little bit different from the career mode. I don't think I've actually played any of the challenges here. They've got some Ghostbusters-specific things, tutorials, you can make your own scenarios. But the sandbox is really what is the intriguing part of Planet Coaster here, because basically it's unlimited money, no actual park, well, the park management and the money aspect is still in the game, but you aren't restricted from what you can do because you have lack of money. So it still gives you your monthly incomes and, you know, all of those type things, and it just tells you what it would be, and then just sort of ignores it when you want to build stuff that costs money. So we were talking about just doing a bunch of sandbox parks and sort of doing a series, and I said to Andy, well, I'll try and find out a way to record my screen and we can just put them up as a series. So the decision that we made, as far as the first part we're going to do, where you've got all these different types of sceneries that you can do your sandbox parks in. You can make your own too, which is pretty cool. We may do that at some point. I didn't even notice that before. So you've got tropical, desert, grassland, city, alpine, deciduous, and arctic. The city, I was kind of hoping the city you would actually be building in a city, like a downtown park, kind of like an Elitch Gardens type thing, or Coney Island, but the city's just, it's off in the background. So what we decided to do for this first one, and we got some restrictions here, you know, and I will say that, you know, there's plenty of other YouTubers that play this game, and they're far better than I am at doing sceneries and things, but, you know, we're gonna have a go at it. The first challenge, if you will, that we decided to do was a sort of a classic park that is set in the 1980s. So what that, you know, it's pretty broad range, but I think the idea was to limit ourselves. Building it from the standpoint of a park that is currently in the 1980s, so that doesn't mean it was made in the 1980s. So, you know, having 50s styles or 40s styles, or, you know, classic coasters that might have been built in the 1920s, you know, sort of like a Kennywood type deal, for example. Something like that would be perfectly acceptable, because Kennywood existed in the 1980s, even though it dates back far more than that. So a few of the restrictions, we didn't want to put too many restrictions on this first one. We kind of wanted to allow ourselves to get familiar with controls, which I've been doing over the last week or two in the other sandbox parks. You know, building stations, track triggers, I'll go through all of that as I build my park here. So unlimited shops, facility staff, unlimited scenery, props, and lighting, and visual and sound effects. And we're going to try and keep it in the spirit of the 1980s, though, so we're not going to be having these elaborate simulator dark rides with tons of animatronics, because that didn't necessarily exist in the 1980s as much. We will do other challenges like that. We've already talked about doing Western styles and, you know, movie studios, you know, all sorts of different types of themings that we could do. We have to have a couple coasters. 2 wooden coasters, both have to be less than 125 feet tall. All of our coasters have to be custom designs, but as you'll see when we get to the coaster builder, you can do some pre-made elements and stuff. Then we have to have a steel looping coaster that's either going to be the Schwarzkopf style, which is called SLV, or the American Arrow, of course the Arrow Looper. 1 to 6 inversions, less than 200 feet tall. And then we have to have a steel non-looping coaster, which is either the Canyon Runner, which is the Mine Train, Dragon, Roller Coaster, Wendigo, those are the kiddie coaster types, or the Steel Hydra type, which is the Arrow Suspended Coaster. Other than that, we're going to try and do at least 8 other rides. See, Brian and Rob, you have the console version. Apparently there's a building limit. So I don't have that build limit so much because I'm on PC. However, important to note that because I have more of a functional computer here, my graphics card isn't the most high-end. It's not a high-end gaming computer here. So what I've noticed in the sandbox is if I have lots of lights and music and all that stuff in one area, I do get a little bit of an audio stutter, and I've been playing around with the settings the last few days. So hopefully that doesn't come into play. If it does, hopefully it's not recorded, but we will see. I'm recording audio and the screen here, so I'm using just the Xbox game bar that comes with Windows 10. I can't move that. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this video comes out. So if you like watching other people be creative and come up with design ideas, this might be of interest to you. If you know, you want to hear us talk about real-world roller coasters, then maybe this isn't going to be of interest to you. I plan on spending many hours doing these parks. I probably won't record when I just go into my other sandboxes to just experiment with things. Maybe if I'm going to do something interesting, I will. But in general, this series here is just going to be you watching me build this classic 80s theme park. And, you know, when we do other challenges, we'll probably do that too if there's interest. So the other restriction, we're going to try and do at least 8 other rides, maximum of 3 tracked rides, so your trains, monorails, dark rides, antique cars. That's really just to try and help people not get up to the build limits. If you want to do this along with us too, feel free to build your own parks and share them with us. I don't know how we'll do that. Maybe we'll set something up where you can share them with us, or tell us where you can get them on Steam Workshop, which I don't really do a heck of a lot with. And because it's 80s, we're not doing the Priority Pass, which the Priority Pass I can explain in a different video, which is pretty much your cut the line pass. It's your Flash Pass, Fast Pass type deal. You charge people at the entrance or at your information kiosk, they can buy Priority Pass. So we said that we are going to build this park on the Deciduous Sandbox. it is in this start your park with unlimited money and build that dream park in this lush environment. So I'm going to go ahead and start the Deciduous Park, and I've decided we've each got our park names. I've decided that my park name is going to be Evergreen Groves, and that's sort of a callback to a couple things. And I'm going to call it 1, and I'm going to constantly save multiple versions as a habit I've gotten into on Roller Coaster Tycoon and other simulators for the fear of accidentally overwriting an existing park with a name and basically essentially erasing the park. I've done that on older games before, and really in case the game ever crashes. Now this does have an autosave feature, which is pretty cool, but really just to make sure that I never lose anything. So every time I save, I will probably save it as Evergreen Groves 1 and 2, or 1 and 1A, whatever it is. So there we go. I'm going to start Evergreen Groves, and like I said, Evergreen, if you remember, Roller Coaster Tycoon had a scenario called Evergreen Gardens, which was an amazing scenario. And then, the grove, just to change it up a little bit, Evergreen, oh, here we go. It's loaded already. So we'll see how this goes. This is not the, let's see, oh, am I in first person? There we go. Alright, so with the screen recorder working, it is quite a bit laggy. So what I am going to do right here is I'm actually going to pause the recording quick and see if this is lagging on the recording, and see if we can change some settings to get this going. I'll hit P, that'll pause the game, or at least pause the in-park. You can see the people stop moving. So we'll see if, I'm going to pause the recording real quick and check it. We're already 10 minutes in, so we'll be right back, have an edit here. Right, so it is lagging a little bit, like it is for me on the recording, so I'm gonna do some, talk amongst yourselves. I am gonna try and make a few changes here. Texture quality I'm gonna make low, that might help. Let's see, is there anything else that's on medium? We'll see how this goes here. Gonna try and again, you can see already how beautifully detailed this game is as far as the textures, and you'll see with the rides and everything. And this is with a lot of things turned off and at extremely low settings, no shadows, geometric detail low. I mean, if I really wanted the frame rate to tank, I could turn all these to very high. Maybe I'll do that at some point, but I'm running this basically at the lowest power game just to run it at any sort of decent rate. So these are all the things that you can turn on and off, which is pretty cool. Here's your controls. Don't need to do anything. Interface, disable hints, show park boundaries, new game startup. I'm just seeing if there's things that I can set to make this run a little bit better. This seems to be doing okay. Center focused, simple drag. I think we're okay. That might have done a little better. See how the volume is. I'll turn the volume down a little bit as far as the game volume goes, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, let's see. Oh, that seems to be much better. Okay. So yeah, turning that texture quality from medium to low seems to be doing it. I think I actually had it at low before. Okay, so first thing, and you're not going to see my mouse clicking on things because there's some keyboard shortcuts that I'm becoming more familiar with and will probably use. So the first thing I'm going to do, before I even build anything, is I'm going to go to the Park Management tab, and like I said, the Park Management isn't... it's not super important here because there's no money, but there's everything here. So the finances are here. My park value is $163. That's great. So you've got marketing, research. So the research, typically, if you're familiar with the Roller Coaster Tycoon games, if you're in scenarios, not all the ride types are available at the beginning of the game, and you have to pay money to research, and you get new ride types as you go. You can do marketing campaigns, which is your billboards and ads and stuff to get people there. Your staff list, these are all the different types of staffs you can have. Janitors that clean up you know, they take your trash bins, empty your trash bins, clean up the throw up and everything. Mechanics, which fix your rides, your security guards, your vendors, which are all at all the shops, and then here's all the different types of entertainers you can have. Because I got the deluxe version, I've got the Golden King Coaster. I'll probably put him down at some point. We've got a Christmassy or a festive King Coaster. All these different types. We'll probably use all of these at some point. So there you go, Gulpy, the Gulpy Rex. He is the mascot for Gulpy, which is the brand of. They have like these unique brands. Like the burgers are called Chief Beef and everything. The drinks are called Gulpies. They have Cosmic Cow milkshakes and whatever. So it's like those weird little fictional brands, which is amazing. They have the demographic breakdown for your guests too: adult, teen, family groups, all that stuff. Your attractions list, security management. So yeah, vandalism and pickpocketing happens here. So especially in the sandbox, you'll probably see lots of notifications about security guards solving pickpocketing. Special effects, which we'll get more into those when you've got billboards and sequences and flames and all those things. So maybe we won't do so much of those in these. But this is where we've got everything. Oh yeah, you can put security cameras in too, so I'll probably have to do that at some point. This is very much going to be just me exploring and figuring out new things, because I've done a little bit with this game, but I certainly haven't done all the things that this game is capable of doing. So the first thing I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to close my park. I'm going to close my park because I don't have a park yet, and I want to build some things. I want to get a main midway and entrance gate and everything built, and maybe a couple of rides and shops, and get some staff placed down before I actually open the park. So I named the game Evergreen Groves 1. The park name is Evergreen Groves. So there we go. I've named my park, and there we go. So that's the overview. Okay, so in earlier versions of the game, in the alphas and the betas and everything, this was, see, they just come out of there. They come out of the forest, that underground tunnel, and then they come out to the gate here. A bunch of people who, I guess, donated to the game. And again, if I had the texture detail up, you could read those very, very clearly. But I'm not going to do that right now. So here's one of the great things about this game, and my little screen recorder thing. You can't see it here. There's a little black box right here that's telling me that I'm screen recording, and it doesn't look like I can move that. So I can set my ticket price and everything for standard and family per child tickets. I can do all these fancy things. This is going to be interesting if I can't move that UI around, because my screen recorder is there. So I have to figure out if there's a setting where I can do that. Okay, so really what you can do your park entrance here, and the first thing I'm going to do, and I think it's in Paths. Maybe it's not in Paths. Queues. No. What I want to put more. Oh yeah, you've got all these different types of paths. You can do these naturals too, where you just have like stones as curb markers, which I will probably do in this park somewhere, going to like a foresty bit of some sort. You can tell that I've been watching NerdCube recently, getting some ideas. These are all the pre-built buildings that you can do, but all these buildings are fully customizable. It's great. I think it's in shops and facilities. Here we go. Park entrances. There we go. So this just shows you some of the amazing things that you can build, right? So just for example, let it load up here. This is a pre-built Planet Coaster entrance that you can build, and it's just absolutely amazing. Some of the things that people can build here. I like the look of this one because it's sort of this woodsy type of look with the trees and everything, which kind of fits my name. So I'm going to try and build something like that, but you've got everything. There's this wonderful fairy tale entrance, which is just going into this castle, which is just it's just incredible, the things that you can do here. And the people who make these are far better at this game than I am. You got piratey entrances, small fairy tale, Qin Dynasty if you want this. Here's a vintage entrance. This is, that's interesting. I like that. That's like old Victorian style. Very nice. Small Planet Coaster entrance. So I'm gonna go something that sort of feels like this a little bit. You can do sci-fi. There's all types of different things. It looks very Star Wars or Star Trek like. here. And in the Steam Workshop, you've got people who can build all these types of amazing things. So this is just you know, Western, all sorts of fun things here. So with that, the first thing I'm actually going to do, so those are blueprints, and you can download blueprints off of the Steam Workshop if you want. So that's cool. So I'm going to go to Custom. Smaller trackers, you've got your crane machines and everything. Probably have to put some of those down. So I'm going to put down some more park gates, and I want to... Can I remove the existing one? I don't think I can remove the existing one, at least not yet. So I think what I'm going to do is... Let's see, can I start a grid? I'm going to try and connect that to the entrance. Make that as straight as I possibly can. I'm going to make sure there's not a way to snap this. Snapping is great, especially for things like this. My gate. Oh, I can change my gate colors. Since we're going for like an evergreen forest type look, I'm going to change that to be like a dark green. Is that too dark? Let's see. What does that look? How does that one look? Yeah, I like that. It's kind of like a foresty green. I like the way that looks. Oh, I can rotate. I want to do that here. I wonder, is there, if I plunk that down, can I delete the other one? I don't think I can delete that original one. Okay. So then here's what we're gonna do. Can I? Again, this is going to be very, very boring at the start if you're not completely interested in just watching me build a bunch of stuff. But this is what it's going to be for a while. So there we go. So when you place something down like that, it basically creates a grid for you. And what do I want to do here? So that basically makes that a building. I can't place that on top of that. So let's see. So this has become building 7, which is basically where I put those gates. So now let's see if I can exit out of that, and let's see if I can actually, can I select my park entrance and can I delete that somehow? Oh, building 3 is the existing park entrance. Okay. Beautiful. So what I will do now, see, this is going to be the type of thing that I'm doing this entire time. So now, edit building 3, I'm pointing out my screen like you can see, edit building 3. So the entrance gate is building 3, for whatever reason, it's not building 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place entrance gates on either side. So now I've got some room for people to come in through my gates. You've got ticket booths, which are like ride entrances and things like that, I think. Okay, so as you can see, when you connect pathways up to it, that's kind of what the entrance becomes. Oh, I wanted to. Can I change that? Select building. There we go. So I've got my entrance type. Is there a way that I can change? Select building. Oh, there we go. I think I want to do, there we go. I changed my gates to be the green. I'm actually going to do something that I've never done before, and I'm actually going to keep track of what my buildings are called. So I'm going to call this the main entrance, because that's what it is. The building's got 3 objects in it currently, and what I will be able to do is, as I build my wonderful park gate entrance here, it'll all become the same building, and if I ever wanted to move the building, I could certainly do that. I'm going to go to paths, and let's see what we've got here. Little grid. We've got these pavers, we've got this dark path, we've got the flagstone path. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I kind of like that. Sandstone. I'm just sort of experimenting here. Really, like I said, I'm going to be playing this for hours and hours and hours, and you're basically just going to watch me build a park. So you know, if this isn't interesting to you, then that's okay. I understand. But some people might find this interesting. I like these stone paths because it's got like this natural feel to it. We've got standard asphalt. I don't know if I want to do that. The cobblestones are really cool. Boy, the flagstone looks really cool. Got the Planet Coaster logo on that one. You've got this, they call it glossy vinyl. So I think what I'm going to do, a lot of parks did asphalt around this time, so I think I'm actually going to do the asphalt path, at least for the entrance, and maybe the main midway. And then, oh, see, I can delete that. Perfect. You'll see how the paths work. The paths are quite interesting, and I'll probably do a snap. Let's see, can I snap to 30 degrees? Maybe I'll snap to 15 degrees. It'll be okay for now. Yeah, so you'll see how everything works here. So I'm going to connect all of these. So as you can see when I connect to the entrance, so there you go. Oh, can I connect up? I'll connect up to the entrance now. There we go. That's exactly what I want. So I think if I rotate, and put that away now. Yeah, I think I'll go for the asphalt just to be simple here, and then as I kind of get more into the park, perhaps I will change that. I don't think I can change these that are out here, so I'll just have to change it from there. Make it asphalt. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to bring it up here, and then, oh, I forgot. Here's what you can do. So, you can change your lengths, and it'll just be, like, insanely large when you build things off. You'll see how that works in a minute. But that's not really what I want to do. What I want to do is make the width longer. So, as you can see, just that sort of hyper customization. So, 33, that's the width right there. That's as wide as we can go, it looks. So I think I'm actually going to bring it back a little bit. So that's your length there. If I were to make the length shorter, then it would, well, it's connecting up automatically there. Anyways, but you can see there, it's shorter. So, okay. So we've got to come out of there, out of the tunnel, because it's interfering. So we'll go with that. Oh, like 3. I'll make it super wide, just like a regular park entrance out in front. And then we'll sort of come up and connect there. Perfect. Okay. So before I actually build anything, including the park gate, I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try and set up a little bit of, you know, here's the customization of the paths is just incredible. I think I'm going to lay out at least a couple of things that I want to do. I want to put, you know, I want to put like a main midway with some shops and stalls on either side and maybe a merry-go-round at the end. And then, you know, thinking about how, you know, a park would actually be laid out. I'll connect these pathways here, I guess. There we go. Oh, because the length is weird. There we go. Connect it. Yes, perfect. Okay. So I think what I want to do is I kind of want to have some sort of, you know, neat-looking sign. I'm thinking like a King's Island, King's Dominion type deal, with sort of the park name here and maybe some flower beds. And something cool, some trees going down with shops and stalls on either side. I thought about doing some fountains, but I think with a park named Evergreen Groves, I think it would be better to just have some trees and, you know, maybe we have some water fountains on the side or some small pools around it. I gotta have some restrooms kind of off to the side. I should have a gift shop and some guest services areas. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. You know, can I snap this? I want this to snap. Hang on. I'm gonna try and find this. Okay, perfect. So I came off the center there. So I'm gonna try and use this to help me out here. There we go. There's your snapping. I think those look the same. Those look the same. Yes, I think those do look the same. Okay, perfect. So again, you guys feel free to comment and you know, give me ideas for my park because I'm gonna try and keep these videos to, you know, reasonable length. I don't want them to be, you know, super awful as far as length goes. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. comment, give me your ideas, and maybe I'll incorporate them into my park. Let's see. Can I plunk down a bunch of these smaller 13 ones together and join them together so that they're all one path? Yes, I can. Oops. Control-Z undos, just like it does on any of your other computer programs. That's very, very nice. So I've got my entrance here. Let's see. I want to come off right here. I think I'm going to come out one more piece. And I realize I could have just built a big bit, but back here the largest width wasn't large enough to cover these 3 paths. So I think I'm going to come off here and just do this one more segment. Okay, so I've got this here now. And I think what I want to do now is I want to come off on one side and go over to some bathrooms over on this side. And maybe guest services on the other side, and then I'll probably have a gift shop at some point too. Let's see. How do we like 20? How does that look? This is snapping. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go off of there. Let's go to the 20. Let's see how 23 looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. How do we want to do this? You know what? I think what I want to do is sort of lay out, you know, the center bit and what I'm gonna do. Again, you can tell I've been watching NerdCube because I'm saying things like bits and all those things that we don't say in America, and we sort of, you know, the British all say. I'm gonna come off of this here at some angle. That's a bit too wide. I think that's overdoing it just a bit. Let's go down to 20 feet. Can I pull that off? That snaps nicely to a good angle. Looks like 45 degrees, so I'm going to kind of do one of those things. And then let's see, will this snap? Yes, it will if I get it off of the right piece. And again, there's people who are far, far better and more meticulous at this game than I am. You know, this is still very much a learning process for me at this point. So that's fine. You know what? Now that I've done that and I've got those together, maybe I can can I come off straight here? No, I can't. I think that'll be all right. Okay, that's fine. So I've got those things there. I can come here. Let's see, what can I be doing about this? I want it to be, you know, very symmetrical, because symmetrical things look very nice. I'm gonna come off of here with this this 20. See what I should do is join those things together. Okay. That's what I should do. I should widen this path out sooner before it gets, you know, right in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it 23. Maybe I'll just widen it right off of the park gates. That's probably the way to go. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the way to go. Okay, so I'm snapping at 15-degree angles, so that's 45 there. Sounds good. There we go. Alright, let's see, can I come off of there? 15, 30, 45. Straighten it back out. Perfect. I like that better. Okay, so now, what can I do as far as joining these together? Can I do this? Again, this is me trying to get used to the controls here and figure out what exactly I want to do. I really want to connect that there. Oh, there it goes. And then what about if I want to join that one up there? I don't know if it likes that. Oh, I did say I wanted to come out straight a little bit because I'm gonna have a park gate there, so I definitely still got to do that. I've already forgotten some of the things that I'm trying to do. um, let's see. So I've got, oh, perfect. Okay. So now, I think the 20's fine. So I've got here 15, 30, 45. That should be 45. I realize that this is kind of the same thing that I had just done, but that's alright. Yeah, I'm gonna come out a bit wider, I think. Oh, that's gonna be really wide. Maybe do I need to plunk down a shop or something just to get an idea for the scale? I think I probably do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put down a shop or something. I kind of like the way that that's filled in there. I'm not doing any terrain or anything yet. We'll see how that goes. So your shops and facilities down here, you've got everything. You've got your food shops and your drinks, and they're just little squares because, of course, you can put buildings around them. So here is what a bathroom looks like. It's just sort of a, oh, yeah, I mean, okay. They're quite large. Maybe I can spread it out a bit more. Let's see, small attractions. Let's see what our food shops look like. Our food shops are basically the same. They're all the same size, basically. They're just these squares, and you can see it would create a building there. Yeah, let me go to scenery and look at some of the trees, because, again, this game is very much trying to plan out things. Let's see, can I do nature? I want trees, and you've got all these very nice. Ooh, deciduous. Okay, so they kind of fit. So we've got sycamore, oak, crimson, ash. We've got all these types of deciduous trees. You do alpine, and you've got a Douglas fir tree here, and that looks quite nice actually. And again, the texturing, I've got the texture detail on low, so if I turn it up to high, it would look just absolutely more incredible than it already does. Spruce tree? Okay. So, I'm getting an idea for the, here's poplar tree. Oh, those look nice. There's a larger poplar tree. Alpine fir. That's nice. I'll put those somewhere. What about, do we have, oh, we've got wall climbers, we've got bushes. I'll take off some of these filters. We've got ironwoods, we've got a forest bush, we've got some bushes here. Okay, and then what about, oh, we've got some rocks planters. We've got planters, we've got the deciduous filter. Oh, okay, so we've got, oh, so these are window boxes, we've got trough, planters, large window boxes. So you can build the planters, here's crate planter. Okay, now I'm getting an idea of size here. I think, with all that said, I'm going to expand this one more time. Just a little bit. And we'll go to the pass. We'll come off just one more bit here, and then we'll straighten it out. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that right now. What if, whoops, what if I do, oh. Delete this, delete this. I've got this. What if I make the length 2? This will be a nice compromise. It'll make it a little bit wider, and it'll actually straighten it out a little bit less gradual. This is the great thing about, the customization level that's here. You can just do all these things. It wants to connect there. I don't know why. Well, I mean, that's going to be straight anyway, so that's fine. Straight. Straight. That's the same length. Do those line up? You can probably hear the 3D printer running in the background, too. Yeah, those line up, don't they? Yeah, they line up. Okay. Perfect. So my midway is going to go down there. We're going to have lovely trees and maybe some water and everything on either side. I'll probably join it up, at the end. Maybe I'll do that now, so I kind of know what I'm working with. That seems a little bit long. Maybe I can make that shorter right there. Perfect. And then maybe I'll join them together a little bit more. We'll go back to 2 so that it's symmetric. Again, the symmetry looks really nice in this game. So there's 45-degree angle. And then I want to kind of come off of here. I think what I want to do is make one wider path here. I want to widen out a little bit, don't I? What do I want to do here? That's kind of nice. Am I at 20 already? I think I'm already at 20. Okay, we'll just do that. See how this goes. Come off 23 with a length of 2, which I think is what this was. No, see, I don't want it to connect there. Oh, they're 20. Okay. Well, that'll help. Yeah, I'll probably get into these points where I'm very focused on something intricate, or something that I'm trying to get exactly right. So it'll probably just be dead silence. I know it's not very entertaining for YouTube, but at least you can watch. Okay, so that looks good there. I like that. That looks nice. Let's see, what does it look like if I drag it out a little bit? No, I don't like that. That curves very nicely. Okay. Perfect. So that's good there. So I'll stop doing that path for a minute. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think that's going to be enough to have a couple of shops and stalls and everything on the side, and maybe put some trees that look really nice there with a carousel in the background of some sort. And then I can sort of build off of here and go off into the restrooms, guest services, and everything. I'm starting to rethink the width now again. These paths aren't super wide, and maybe they should be, but I guess we'll go with it for now. 80s the parks weren't as big or busy, so I think we can kind of go with that. All right, so now what do we want to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm a half an hour in here already. I'm going to save the park. It's going to be a new save. It's going to be Evergreen _ Groves 1. I'm going to save the park, and again, Evergreen Groves 2. That way I have 2. If I accidentally overwrite 1 by mistake, I've still got it on the other one. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stop this video because we're probably about 40 minutes here. So I'm going to try and keep these videos about 40 minutes. 40 minutes to an hour at most. But I've talked quite a bit here and haven't really done much here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video, and the next one, I'll lay out the things on both sides here and start putting down some basic shops and stalls, and just sort of understanding where everything's going to be, and then I'll start building the park entrance. So hopefully this is something you're going to come along for the ride with, and we'll see how it goes.